mathematicians. Today we're going to talk about writing equations in slope-intercept form. We've discussed that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope and b is the y-intercept, or where it crosses the y-axis. We've also talked about there being four types of slopes: positive, negative, zero slope is left to right, and up and down is no slope or undefined. The two most important things we need are our slope and y-intercept in order to write these. So let's take a look at one of these examples. Write an equation in slope-intercept form. We know our line passes through the point 1, 5, and it has a slope of 2. Now, in order to write it in slope-intercept form, we need y equals mx plus b. I know my slope, so that is here. M is 2. What other piece am I missing if I need y equals mx plus b? I'm missing the b. The two most important things we need are the slope and the y-intercept. So the first thing we need to do is find b. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to find b. We're going to find b by plugging this in, the point they give us, as our x and y value. So in place of y, I am going to rewrite it as a 5. We were told our slope was 2, so I have m is 2. There is a secret times in between, and instead of x, we will put 1 plus b. So our first step is to find b. So 5 equals 2 plus b. Solve for b minus 2. What I do on one side, do to the other. b equals 3. So our first step was to find b. Our second step is to plug in m and b. Plug in m and b. So I'm going to have y equals, m we said was 2. And I just found b to be 3, so is it a plus or positive 3? Use this point they give you with the slope to find b, plug in, and finish. Let's try another one. Our first step is going to be to find b. So I'm going to plug in things to y equals mx plus b. I'm given the slope, but I'm not given the y-intercept. So what do I plug in for y? Yeah, I'm going to use this point as x and y. So instead of y, I will put 7. M is my slope, -1, times x is -4 plus b. Go ahead and solve for b. -1 times -4 is positive 4. b equals 3. My second step is to plug in my slope and y-intercept. So y equals mx plus b. My m is -1 times x plus b. Y equals mx plus b. And I don't need the -1 in front. I'll just put the negative sign. Both of those are the same, so you can have the 1 in front, you don't need it. So find your y-intercept, plug in those values of slope and intercept. For this next one, I'm not even given a slope. I'm given neither the slope nor the y-intercept. So my first step is going to have to be to find slope. And we have spent some time finding slope. We know slope is rise over run, or subtract the y's, subtract the x's. So let's do that. It doesn't matter which y you start with, so I'm going to do 4 minus -2 all over, and because I picked 4 first, I must also pick 6 first. 6 minus 3. My slope then is 6 over 3, which simplifies down to 2 over 1, or 2. So first step, find slope using the 2 points. Now I'm going to continue just like those problems we did. Step 2, find the y-intercept, or find b. Using 2 as my m, and then it doesn't matter which point you pick as x and y. I like to pick just positive values, so I'm going to pick this one. You have to pick the same point. Do not mix and match. So if you choose to use this point, you must use both the x and the y. You can also use this point. It won't make any difference. So if I plug things in, y is going to be 4. M, we just found to be 2 times x, 6 plus b. Solve for b. 4 equals 12 plus b. When you solve for b, what do you get? -8. I now know the slope is 2. B is -8. Do we have enough pieces to write our equation? Yes. Our third and final step is to plug in the values. So y equals m is 2x, b is -8. Y equals 2x minus 8. Use what we know about slope to find our slope. Plug that in one of the points in to find b. Plug in and solve. Try this next one on your own. Let's see how you did. The first step will have to be to find slope. All right? We need to have the slope for slope-intercept form. How do you find the slope? Subtract the y's, so 2 minus -2. And what goes on bottom? Subtract the x's, 3 minus 2. When you did that, what did you get for your slope? 4 over 1, or 4. What was the next thing you did? Find your y-intercept, or b. How do you find b? Plug in your slope and pick a point. Which point would you like to use? Let's use 3, 2 because there's no negatives. So I'm going to plug it into y equals mx plus b. So the y will be 2. M is going to be the slope we just found, times x, which will be 3, plus b. So 2 equals 12 plus b. B then equals -10. What was your final step? Plug in what we just found. So what do we get for our equation? Y equals m was 4x plus b, and b is -10. Okay. If you're given 2 points, find the slope Use a point and the slope to find your b value. Rewrite your equation. Nice job today, mathematicians!